Okay, now some other major news around the nation today. To our nation's capital in D.C., the United States Supreme Court began hearing oral arguments that could determine whether former President Donald Trump can run again for office or even hold office.
Yeah, that's right. It all stems from the Colorado Supreme Court's decision to ban the former president from the state's presidential primary ballot. Now, the court ruled Mr. Trump violated the Constitution's 14th Amendment for his actions leading to the January 6, 2021 riot at the Capitol. And NBC's Alice Barr has the latest details.
Tasked with resolving a monumental political dispute, U.S. Supreme Court justices today appeared skeptical of a Colorado Supreme Court decision barring former President Trump from the Republican primary ballot on grounds he engaged in insurrection in trying to overturn the 2020 election, culminating in the January 6th Capitol attack.
For the first time in history, the attack was incited by a sitting president of the United States to disrupt the peaceful transfer of presidential power.
The Trump legal team argues he did not participate in the storming of the Capitol and that it did not qualify as an attempt to overthrow the government.
This was a riot. It was not an insurrection. The events were shameful, criminal, violent, all of those things, but it did not qualify as insurrection.
The justices questioned whether Congress should enact a national standard before states can invoke a provision of the Constitution's 14th Amendment that was adopted after the Civil War to prevent people who engaged in insurrection from holding office, and whether that provision even includes the president. Both conservative and liberal justices voiced concerns about allowing individual states to decide who is an insurrectionist.
A goodly number of states will say whoever the Democratic candidate is, you're off the ballot, and others, for the Republican candidate, you're off the ballot.
I think that the question that you have to confront is why a single state should decide who gets to be president of the United States.
Former President Trump weighing in after listening to the arguments.
It's unfortunate that we have to go through a thing like that. I consider it to be more election interference.
A consequential case with the presidential election season already underway. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
The Supreme Court is hearing the Colorado case on an expedited schedule, and a ruling is expected within weeks. Colorado is one of more than a dozen states holding primary elections on Super Tuesday, and that's March 5th.